want to talk about stretching the hamstrings here. So I see a lot of guys, a lot of athletes, a lot of people in the gym stretching their hamstrings incorrectly, or really there's way better ways to get the better stretch in their hamstrings that they're just not aware of. So we see a lot of people, they get down here, sit in here, tuck the foot in, go like this, bend down here, turn like this. Yes, you're probably getting a little bit of a stretch there in the hamstrings, but not really the best way to stretch your hamstring and increase the mobility in that posterior chain. The other thing we want to talk about is that there are actually three parts to your hamstring that maybe people aren't aware of. There's a middle, there's an outside, and there's an inside to the hamstring. So one other thing is I see when people go up is maybe they put their foot on a bench or a box or something like that, or a chair, and they push their toe out like this. Yeah, and then they round their back. Not really going to get any stretch there with the hamstring. So what we want to do, right? First thing we want to do, right, is if we are going to do that, we're going to flex the foot. So that means we want to bring the toes towards our body. So dorsiflexion, that foot. So as soon as I do that, that turns on, that pulls on that chain in the back of your leg that runs all the way up, down up your leg and into your glute and into your lower back. So we want to get into that position right there, and I want to be nice and tall. I don't want to round my back, right? So I want to sit up nice and tall like this, and then basically all I'm doing right there, just doing that, is I can feel a pull already going down into the back of my leg. Now I just want to close the gap between my toe and my chest, like so. And just doing that, oh boy, I can already feel a good stretch radiating up and down into that hamstring. That's going right down the middle part of that hamstring. Okay? So that right away is a better way to start stretching the hamstring. Okay? Just by flexing that foot, standing nice and tall, keeping that spine pretty straight, and then closing the gap between your chest and your toe. Now, if you've got hockey sticks at home for my hockey athletes, or just maybe a couple broomsticks, we like to use these PVC pipes. This is what we can do here to now get all three parts and not compromise our back, and we can actually use this for balance. We don't have to worry about balancing anymore, and we just really focus on stretching that hamstring. Okay? So now I'm going to do the same thing. Now I can push into these pipes, right? Keep my back nice and straight, nice and tall, and then lean forward so I don't lose my balance. I can stay nice and focused and go right towards that toe, and oh man, I'm feeling a good stretch like that. Okay? Now to get the inside part of that hamstring is I just take these two sticks, and then same thing, keep the toe nice and flexed, and then lean a little bit towards this way, and now I'm getting more of a stretch into the inside part of that hamstring. Okay? And then the last one is I go over, cross my body now, and do the same thing. And this one's probably going to be the most uncomfortable for you, right? The outside part of your hamstring. So I'm doing the same thing, and I'm just reaching, and oh boy. Okay? So, best way to stretch your hamstring right there. You can get all three parts, inside, outside, and the middle, using a couple sticks and a chair or bench, couch, whatever you've got at home. But make sure, remember, toes flexed, pointed towards your body, dorsiflexion, stand up nice and tall, spine nice and straight, close the gap between the foot and the chest. Take it to the mat.